I let love, I let go, I release, and I know I forgive, I receive, I can feel, I believe, I am healed, I am whole, I release, I know. No need to push, no need to try, no need to worry or question why. Surrender, let go, release, and know.
Everyone wishes to live their best life. We experiment with various ways to achieve that, whether it is through study, competing, finding a partner, working hard, or admiring someone who inspires you. It is the quality of our inner being that does it all, or grapples with fulfilling life's calling. For the past 20 years, the Brahma Kumaris in Washington, D.C. has been a space for any and everyone to enter into and experience one's soul calling. From 1997 The center opened in an old rickety house on Georgia Avenue in Silver Spring, Maryland, where cars and trucks that passed by would shake the space. But when you were inside, it was a peaceful and powerful sanctuary for all who visited. Since then, over 2,500 events, 17 city and nationwide initiatives, 21 awards, 2 meditation museums have served youths, senior citizens, entrepreneurs, scientists, authors, women, interfaith, the disabled, environment, small businesses, arts seekers, and even leaders. Millions of lives have been served, either through social media, the popular America Meditating radio show, or through exhibitions, lectures, partnerships, and programs held in the meditation museums and centers. We look at 20 years of service as a continued journey of love, courage, wisdom, and determination with friends from diverse backgrounds and thought who believe a better world is possible when we make ourselves better human beings. Meditation is an important tool that helps us to gain greater clarity, insights, and inner power so we can make healthy choices and amplify our capacity to live a full life. In times of great anxiety, insecurity, and fear, meditation is an essential practice for everyone to gain stability and inner strength. Just look at what a few dedicated, purposeful, and kind group of committed people have been able to achieve in 20 years. Thanks to everyone who have supported us along the way. And thanks in advance to those who believe in our work and power of intent. Brahma Kumaris Meditation Museums, where peace is inside.
I vote 'cause I know I can change things with the tip of my finger. Down in Washington, D.C., I ask, what can my country do for me? Greed, war, poverty. Somebody tell me, how can this be? This goes out to the people of the nation. Go on and get yourself the voter registration. It's time for some new legislation. I vote, I know I can change things with the tip of my finger. I vote 'cause I know I can change things with the tip of my finger.
What's the use? Show me some proof. What's the be of me, your minds if I get in this booth? Good question for the ever-rising youth. Show me a politician who's been telling me the truth. So if you got the feeling, rise up and give it. Knowledge is power to the people. No limits, take no givens. Expose lies hidden. Turn off your live vision and make it a good decision. Go.
When the world spins out of control, I think it's time to step up to the pole. Ain't only one way to make a choice. Stand up and you, voice. Gonna call the Congress all the time, tell them what's on my mind. In the Senate, in the House.
feel it, something could change. But if I do nothing, the things remain same. So I stimulate the brain on what they got to say. And read between the lines to figure the best way. Choose your side if you're gonna ride. Make your claim, take nothing short of the truth. State your name for the record so they know you came. Remind them who you are, strong. You possess no shame.
I vote 'cause I know I can change things with the tip of my finger. I vote 'cause I know I can change things with the tip of my finger. From the tip of my finger, tip of my vote. I know I can change things with the tip of my finger.
Om Shanti, everyone. Welcome to your next normal. Hope you enjoyed that rendition from a good friend of ours, Elisa Hava. It's time for voting. We only have a few days left, and you must be feeling the intensity of the air. And whether you are or not, it's still a really interesting time to sit with the family if you're in the United States of America and have a heartfelt conversation. The last voting season, apparently many folks didn't go out. They weren't quite inspired. I'm not quite sure why. Each voting cycle is quite inspirational. But it really floors me that this particular season of voting, and Santosh just told me the numbers have gone up to 80 million. I don't know if it's accurate, but last I heard on the news, it was 60 million folks have already gone out to vote pre-voting day. I mean, can you believe this? There are about 330 million citizens in the United States of America, and 60 million adults over the age of 18 have already submitted their ballots. Bravo. Bravo. It took us protest. It took us the shooting of George Floyd. It took us the peeling back of certain rules and laws. It took us the questioning of the integrity of our government. It took us the economy. It took us a pandemic. It took us a pandemic that has impacted the lives of people all across the world. It took us tragedy to wake us up. And I've said this over and over again, that I just wish we could learn from love. But instead, we get that fire right under our feet when it's tragic. And I don't know. I mean, to be very honest with you, the last 4 years, I've just, allowed it to be what it is. I have absolutely no judgment on what has happened in the last 4 years, other than I have seen children, the march with the children after the shooting in the schools. It's been interesting that in the last 4 years, there really hasn't been international terrorism on the land of the USA, but there's been a lot of domestic terrorism, which is interesting. Prior to other forms of leadership, it's been international, and you kind of wonder, what is it that the international sector wasn't receiving back then, that they would come into the land to create things, or, you can think of a whole bunch of things. But look at the 4 years. The Women's March, the Children's March, because of the school shooting and wanting the NRAs to roll back. I can go on with the list. The Black Lives Matter March. There was a march for science to be valued in Washington, D.C. I don't know about elsewhere. There have been marches after marches after marches in which the people are saying, I don't necessarily care for the way things are going. And I really don't believe it's a black and white issue. I think it's something even bigger. I think it's an issue of the human integrity and the human character of the soul. And it seems as if something was stopping us, or something had stopped us from really bringing the best of ourselves forward. Didn't you? Isn't that interesting? I mean, just think about it. It's as if, I don't know, we became complacent, comfortable, and we stopped living fully for the cause of the whole. We began to perhaps live more self-serving, and what is it that I just want? And I'm okay with my plasma TV and watching the Super Bowl and with my friends and with a pizza and chips and drinks and stuff. I'm okay. But now that that's affected, that you don't know if you'll be able to pay for your rent or your mortgage, or you don't know if you'll have a job. You don't know if we will reach a particular point that a woman doesn't have the right to choose what she wants to do with her body. We don't know if we'll have the rights that maybe we shouldn't look at certain cultures or neighbors. And this has been going on for decades. Please know, I don't necessarily believe it has anything to do with just this administration, which I think has done a lot of good. And there have been things that you kind of question. I don't know. What is going on here? Is this right? Is this accurate? To be honest with you, everyone, I don't know. But what I do know is when you engage yourself in your city and in your country, whether you're in Europe, whether you're in Africa, in China, wherever you might be, but to become engaged in the information and the needs of your city and your county or your state, it's important. And it's so heartwarming, everyone. And I know the world watches us in the evenings. And I'm speaking to the world. I have to tell you, it has been heartwarming to look at Americans, all colors, all shapes, all sizes, from all political and religious backgrounds, basically tune in to hear what is happening in the country, what's happening in their state, what's happening in their city. And they're beginning to actually rise up. So now they're not being stopped. Now, in one way, they're not stopping. Why are they not stopping? Is it that their comfort zones are getting attacked? Is it that things that you were very, you basically took for granted, there's an intuitive sense that is being taken away from you and it feels tragic? Or is it that, we've lost our jobs, or we've lost a loved one, whatever it might be? It has awakened people in such a way that I've not seen it for the almost 50 years I've been living in the United States of America. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen this kind of energy, and I wasn't around during the time of Woodstock. At least I didn't see it other than what I read and learned in school or in the news or in videos. But it just seemed like a different time. It just seems like a completely different time. And I think we really need to begin to meditate the choices that we make. And I don't know if you all saw today the release of our conversation with Bishop Heather Shea at the United Palace on Meditate the Vote. But I want to thank everybody who tuned in. I heard it went really well, and a lot of good positive feedback has come from us having this conversation as to what we can do to really bring more light, more calm, more understanding and more meaning into our lives and into our cities and into our states. So do go, I think it's online on America Meditating and Meditation Museum, but it's also in United Palace's site as well if you'd like to listen to our very heartfelt 30-minute conversation, which borrowed from our initiative that we did about 4.5 years ago, entitled Meditate the Vote. There are a lot of videos on our America Meditating website, and you can just go to the ACT page and click on Meditate the Vote. And there are tens of videos. I mean, there's so many videos there that you can choose any of those videos and post on your social media. And there's also a question that you can ask your community on your social media to engage in. For the next few days that we're going to be home, or dealing with the family, or, keeping our attention on what's going on in the news, I just recommend have really, really thoughtful conversations right now amongst yourselves. Please don't go into the blame game, the judgment game. You wouldn't this one, that one. It's all about you anyway. We have to change. We can't wait for leaders to help our lives to be easier. But I do believe that there's a famous saying, as is a city, so are its people. And so if as people we're getting stronger and we're getting unstuck, well, our country will be unstuck. And we'll be able to navigate ourselves much more smoothly for the rest of, I don't know, eternity, which would be really what we want. So good evening and welcome to our incredible friends. And I would like to invite us to hold a few moments of silence. I heard from our friend in Greece, Elspeth, that one of our regular evening friends on Facebook, Darlene Foster, passed away. So I'd like us to take a moment of Baba's remembrance, Baba's light, and to send her soul off with a lot of love. It's funny because I had not seen her hurt she was on for a while. I don't know how she passed, it's not important. But the soul has transitioned. This beautiful light has moved on to play another part. So Darlene Foster, wherever you have traveled to, know that all of us here on the next normal are sending you God's love and light and protection all around you, for you, with you, and also with your family. I don't question that you feel Baba's light taking you on your journey. You tuned in every night. You always shared such beautiful thoughts and feelings. And I know you're blessed, and you're safe, and you're guided and protected. So many blessings to our sweet sister Darlene. One of the things I've appreciated about our time together and our spiritual community with us together, I mean, we stay connected, you know. We stay connected. It's important that we value each other and look out for each other. This is how the golden age is going to be created, which is the age after this. It's when we're not so wrapped up in ourselves. A program that we did with my wonderful friend Dr. Kanu Kogod for the America Meditating Alumni Group in collaboration with the Weaver initiative that was founded by David Brooks. I am for you and you are with me. And when I think about that saying, I am for you and you are with me, then it just feels like nobody's left behind here. We're totally going to help each other get unstuck and become more elevated and more revived and clear and spiritually clear. Spiritually clear. Really, really important. I want everybody to look out for our interview with Dr. Eben Alexander. You might have heard about him. He was a neurosurgeon who spent over 2 decades at Harvard Medical School, and he's been focusing on the brain, the body, the cells, and was never really a believer of God or of heaven or any of that mumbo-jumbo stuff until he developed a brain infection and had a near-death experience. Then guess what he saw? Baba's light. I wish I could put it up on the screen and show you right now. He saw Baba's light. He saw the golden age. And he even saw his loved ones that had passed away. And since Eban has come back from his near-death experience, he can't shut up. So he's now become an extremely important voice in sharing what he now believes does exist. Soul exists. God as energy exists. There is a better world that will exist. And that has to happen when I loved our conversation. I'm actually telling you the essence of the interview that went so well today. But he basically says, when you have really allowed yourself to pull that love inside of you from God, from Baba, see, from Baba's beautiful light energy, that when you keep pulling Baba's energy into you, that love starts to fill up your spirit, your soul. And when the soul begins to feel the remembrance and the experience and the love from Baba, it can't help but show up in the world in such a beautiful way that it makes the planet a golden age, that it just makes the place a completely better world, completely better world. So look forward to that. We're going to send out an email. If you have not registered on the Meditation Museum subscription list, we invite you to do so today so you can get updated on all the incredible stuff that's going on, but also on America Meditating, so that you can also be updated, because what we send out on Meditation Museum, we won't send out on America Meditating. And since our interview was for America Meditating, we also had the opportunity of filming it for also the Next Normal. So we'll be also showcasing that next week on the Next Normal for all of you to take advantage of the experience that we had together. All right, so in terms of our topic for tonight, right? How to get unstuck, I believe, or what is it that stops us? What is it that stops us, right? Lots of things. Okay, class is over. Have a lovely night. I hope you enjoyed coming. What stops us? Oh boy. Where do I start? Let's start when we were unstoppable. Shall we do that? When there was such an innocence about you. I don't know if you remember when you'd go out with your mom or your dad and you would just cross the street like there was nothing, and you would hear your mother or your father screaming like, ah! You know, and they would grab you out of the fear. Like today, oh, let me tell you what happened today. What had happened was, I went to the Meditation Museum today to give it some vibration, some love, some light, to just walk around lovingly and peacefully, to water the plants, to get the mail, to just reconnect with the space again. And I had left Sister Gita knowing that she would lock the cars, because that's what she does. When you come out of the car, the minute you lock the door, not even the minute, the second you lock the door without even doing the, the click to lock it, before you even do that, she's already opening the door. She'd go, the door is not locked. I was like, but I just locked it. Just give me like a second. Let me just lock it that I can put the lock on. So of course I left her with the car, knowing that she would lock the doors, right? So I left her and she was fine. So Happy and I went into Baba's Meditation Museum in Silver Spring today. It was such a beautiful feeling. What a beautiful space. And for those of you who've been there, you must be missing it just a little bit, just a little bit. So gorgeous. It's just so gorgeous inside. It's simple, pure. You could feel Baba there. Anyway, so I'm inside and I'm trying to water the plants, and I just happened to have looked through the window. Do you know what I saw? I saw Sister Gita nowhere in sight by the car. The doors are opened. I'm not talking about unlocked. Opened. It is parked on the street and people are walking by. And she's in the building for the museum. Okay? And then I'm seeing her in the window by the museum and I'm telling her, go in the car. Go in the car. She's like, the door is not locking. I says, I know. Go in the car. Go in the car. She would not do it. She just walked into the museum like, that's not my problem. And I went, I don't understand her. Every 5 minutes she wants to lock a door. We can never find the keys anywhere. We have made so many duplications of keys. We keep the locksmith in business while we're going bankrupt at the key making, right? And I was telling Santosh, because he wasn't with me today, I says, I actually tried to make myself get angry, and I went, I'm really trying to get there, and I'm like, why would you leave the car open? And I'm not feeling the anger. So guess why I'm telling you the story? It has stopped. The anger has stopped. Why? Because I no longer feed it. It has become a distant relative to my personality. And even though I was firm with her, I couldn't feel the anger. I just couldn't feel it. So I think it's important that we understand, what is it that we need to stop? What do we need to stop feeding? I have to really urge everyone tonight, take a few seconds as you sit or walk or cook dinner tonight, listening to today's session, and ask yourself, what do you need to stop? Are there any housewives or husbands at this very moment who need to stop being jealous of their spouse? Or stop trusting them? Or do you need to stop looking at your spouse's weakness? Because that is something we do need to stop. Since we have the energy and the personality to stop things, then we also need the discernment and the intelligence to decide, do you know what? I need to stop that. When I had my health opportunity 2 months ago, I stopped sugar immediately. I just stopped. I didn't even have a cup of coffee for a month. To be honest, I've made up for that. But I didn't have coffee for a whole month. I just stopped it. I stopped everything that I should have stopped. Mental capacity, mental focus. But what are the things that you need to stop? Do you need to stop expecting your child to be what you want them to be for you? Or do you need to allow them to show you what you think their preordained part is, and to move on? And stop getting angry, stop getting upset, stop feeling like, they're not good enough for you, or they're not representing you. It is important to apply discernment in understanding what you need to stop. Because a lot of us have stopped being happy. We've stopped being peaceful. We've stopped being loving in an unconditional way. We've stopped being creative. So the energy to stop things, it's recorded in each and every one of us, but we can't decide to stop the things that we should keep allowing. That's what I'm trying to say. And I know that your heart knows what it needs to unstop and to open up. I know your heart knows it. I don't even have to tell you. Every night when you tune in, you know what to do. You know what you're feeling in your quiet moments. You know who you are designed to be, but something is stopping you. So what is stopping you? It's the fact that if we have fed a weakness more than a virtue, then we stop the virtue and the power to reveal itself. As we approach the Indian festival of Diwali, Diwali is about inviting the deity Lakshmi into your house where there's unlimited financial abundance. And the financial abundance comes because of the cleanliness in your emotions, in your consciousness, in your stage, in your home. Lights are lit everywhere. Sweets are offered. Folks put on their best dress. There are fireworks and all of that takes place. All as a celebration that if you have stopped feeding the weaknesses inside of the personality, then what will shine is the abundance. It's going to be everything that's rich and unlimited and empowering and pure and beautiful that's in you. And so I feel that once we have an idea of focusing on what we need to let go of, and really what we need to hold on to or allow, instead of stop, allow. Let me allow my virtue of royalty to emerge. Let me allow my virtue of determination to emerge. Let me allow, I'm allowing the purity of my personality to emerge. I'm ready to allow cheerfulness to be a very big part of my personality. And I'm going to put a stop to Maya. I'm going to put a stop to the 5 vices. I'm putting a stop to algae, because that's not me. We have the ability to stop things, and we have the ability to allow things. Look at the 4 areas of your life right now: finance, relationship, health, and your mental state. What in these 4 areas need to stop from draining them from their level of abundance? Finances, are you wasting it on things that you don't need? Maybe you need to stop that. Relationships, are you living or dealing with people where you're expecting a lot from them or looking at their weaknesses? Stop it. Health, are you putting stuff in your body that is really not healthy for you and you need to stop it? Less sugar, less oils, less fried foods, less anything with a soul. I'm sorry for all of those who aren't vegetarians, but really, look, I'm part Jamaican. You know, I get that. I get what you're doing, but if a little part Jamaican can do it, you can do it too. Stop what? Waste, negative thoughts. Imagine when you stop those things in these 4 areas from occurring, what do you think will happen? When you stop wasting money in ways that you don't need it, won't you end up with more money? Won't you allow more finances and more of fortune and abundance to roll into your vortex? Yes. When you stop looking at a relationship where you're seeing the weakness of your partner, or the weakness of your child, or the weakness of your colleague at work, or even the weakness of your leadership, we have to stop that. You know, stop looking at the weakness of people and stop expecting more from them. Rather, let me allow them to be who they need to be and see where I can pull their strengths into this relationship that I'm having with them. Find the strength of the person and work with that in your relationship. When it comes on to your health, then of course you and I both know again, if you start to replace certain food and eating habits, aren't you going to feel better? So I have a joke for you, right? So every day they've been trying to give me wheatgrass, right? And I have to tell you how this goes. It might not turn out very good, but hear the story. So during my health opportunity, I was told that wheatgrass is really, really good for you. It clears out your system, your mind becomes great, your body heals faster, and so on. So thanks to Durga, Akshay's mother, she's been growing wheatgrass and bringing it over every week for me. And then between Santosh or Antonia, they will make these wheatgrass concoctions either in the evening or in the morning. So whenever I would have the wheatgrass, so we do like a shot. So you know how some of you might have tequila? We have wheatgrass shots, right? That's our tequila in the daytime. And when I would have that tequila in the daytime, I'm a mess. I can't keep up. I don't even know if I'm coming or going. And Antonia and everybody else, they're like flying off the walls. They're happy, they're contented. They're like, I took my tequila shot, which is wheatgrass. I took my little tequila shot, which is wheatgrass, and they're fine. And I'm a mess. I'm like, can I just go to sleep? I don't know what it is. This wheatgrass just doesn't do well for me. So last night, for the first time, Santosh made a very, very strong juicing of it, right? And he comes to me and he says, would you like some of the wheatgrass? It's about 10:30. I was like, yeah, okay, I'm going to bed. It should work. And I took that wheatgrass, everyone. And can I tell you, within half an hour, I was out. And I had not slept so well. So I told Antonia today, I don't know what it is. Whenever I do wheatgrass, it puts me to sleep. So Santosh said to me today, oh, so now we know what can put you to sleep. I'll give you wheatgrass every night. So now he's going to stop giving me wheatgrass in the daytime. And now he's going to start giving it to me at night. So it's interesting how we're all wired differently. So again, you got to kind of figure yourself out. What is it that you have to stop that's not working for you? It's just not working for you anymore. But you keep going with it thinking that it'll continue or it has to it just has to work out in some way or the other. Maybe it's just saying, could you stop trying to feed me? As you can see, I'm not going to be good for you. Think about somebody who has now become addicted to a particular substance. Everything inside of their being knows this isn't good for me. Whether it's alcohol, whether it's marijuana, whether it's cocaine, whether it's hash, whatever it might be, heroin, whatever it is, opiates, everything in the soul says, please, can you stop putting me in your body? Even you don't want me in your body. Can you stop? And the only reason why you don't is because of the weakness. The weakness is still being fed. Some aspect of algae is getting fed. So what we need is to let go. We need to really find the intelligence to say, I can live without this, you know. I lived without this for many, many years. I just happened to have had one drink or one smoke or one shot or one hit, and I don't know what happened, but for years now I can't stop. But there is a time that you lived without it. And so some of these addictions, they're asking you to stop. They're asking you to let go. I want to play a meditation on letting go for you by Carmen Warrington to see if somehow whatever I have said today has helped, but also if the meditation will give anyone out there the courage to stop an unhealthy pattern or an unhealthy just habit, and then give the space to allow where your power really is, and to allow your goodness and your beauty and your purity to come to the surface of your personality. So let's take a deep breath. Breathe out. Breathe in again. Breathe out. Breathe in again. Think about everything that's good for you. Breathe out what you're ready to stop tonight.
Imagine that your body is being held tightly, so tightly it can't move. As you relax each and every part of your body, you will become free, released. This body will let you go. But first, you must let go. End the struggle and enjoy freedom. Start at the feet. Just let them go. With every breath, let go another part of the body. The legs, let go of the hips, let go of the stomach, the chest, let go of the hands, the arms, the shoulders, the neck, and the jaw. Let go of the scalp. And the forehead. Let go of the face. That's it. Just let it all be loose and relaxed. Even if something tries to pull your thoughts back to the body, let it go. Be free from worry. Be beyond even caring, like a child, a very young baby. Be free of responsibility and relax. Experience the flow of breath. As each breath comes and goes, my thoughts dissolve into space. I allow time to pass. Let go of thoughts floating freely, completely free and light. Letting go of even my name, just light, just the awareness that is me. Moving deeper into quietness. Stillness. Nothing to fear. Nothing I need to hang on to. With each passing moment, I feel the lightness of my mind. Moving towards the light. Towards my original nature of peace. I move beyond all boundaries into the open, towards the beautiful, bright light. Into a world of peace. silence. Rest. From a distance, watching the breath coming and going. I prepare to return back from the silent, open space. Back to the awareness of my body. Calm, relaxed, filled with peace.
It never surprises me that when we pause and just be still, we can stop all of that waste and negativity. It's like all of your answers, the real answers, the real part of you awakens to Baba's love, Baba's light. Baba, if you're joining us for the first time, it's a very affectionate way we call the energy of the divine here. But it's just that when you go into that space internally, you just, everything becomes okay. And we keep chasing after these shadows and illusions, and then they start to chase you back, and you think that they're real and they're not. And the moment you change the way you choose to see yourself from body to soul, from limited to unlimited, from broken to repaired, then you're going to be a completely different person. It was always about the consciousness, the thoughts. Where do you serve them? Where do you put them? And I think I've used this example before, and I don't mind using it again, but what distinguishes a person who holds a knife and uses it to rob from someone and cut the person, versus a surgeon who uses a knife to go in to take out an illness? Consciousness. It's the same weapon. It's a knife. It is cut into you. But the usage of the knife for each person was different. In the same way, we all have consciousness. We all have the power of thinking, the power of thoughts. And the way we use our thoughts has everything to do with the outcome of my life, the way it all turns out. And I hope that for the months that we've been together, if you were a part of the Raja Yoga meditation course, I know that you know that this Sunday we're going to be meeting at 11 o'clock on Zoom to go over the classes and to go into an advanced session if you'd like to do that. And if you have finished the course and you've seen all the 6 lessons, then of course you will get onto that Zoom session with me and we will go into further steps of the practice and the teachings of Raja Yoga meditation. Because what has to change is our interpretation and the way we see ourselves. But sometimes the energy of algae, the body consciousness, is so strong that it won't allow the divinity and the beauty and the grace to come forth. And so sometimes we're going to get tested in ways that we would never imagine. And the test is not to beat us up. The test is actually to find some way in our consciousness to let go of the algae and to become love. I don't say this lightly to each and every one of you tonight. I just don't. I know you know how powerful you are. I know you know that. And I know that you know you are the one that can get your act together. And I know sometimes the relationships around you, the environment, maybe the situation that you're in might not make it that easy. But sometimes victory doesn't always come so easy. It comes with a sweet challenge. And maybe that is your challenge. But that is a challenge that will lead you to your victory. So when tonight you look at your spouse, or if you happen to be living by yourself, look at yourself in the mirror. Or if you're with a roommate that you're not getting along with, or you're attached to, or a partner, or a beloved, or an in-law, and you look at them, or you look at yourself, keep reminding yourself, I'm the one that has to change the way I feel here. And I have the power to do it if I can only remember that. And whatever they're offering your life, they're not trying to make your life hell. They're trying to help you to become more strong, more powerful, more loving. They're trying to help you to stop thinking less than yourself, less than your worth, less than the power that Baba has put in you. So may tonight really be that special night for you, where you really choose to stop feeding the limits, the waste, the past. And it's natural for us to sometimes feel that way because there's a recording sitting in the soul and it's intense. But it's not impossible. I heard news today. There's a very close friend of ours and they had surgery and they were doing fine. And after 3 weeks, I think, they ended up with something very tragic. And now they don't remember much and they can't speak much. And all of it happened in just a second. In just a second. So on this particular day, what are you ready to stop? Let your heart feel that. What are you ready to just let go of? Write it down on a piece of paper. Tell Baba. Text me. Email me. Tell me what you are going to give up tonight. That's derailing or postponing your power, your happiness, your beauty, your love. And if you want to find that strength in you, just consider yourself to be a pure and peaceful soul. Everything will fall away. Every single illusion that you have believed in will say goodbye. But that exact moment, in that exact moment that you tell yourself, I am a pure and peaceful soul, and you hold that in your heart, and it's all going to go. Everything you're supposed to stop will leave you. Even if you succeed at that for a minute or 5 minutes or 10 minutes or an hour, you have no idea how important that is for you. It is huge. If you can do that every day for just 1 minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, it doesn't have to be 5 minutes straight. It could be 5 times in a day just for 1 minute. Remind yourself of who you are. You will stop feeding the weaknesses. Okay? Am I sounding like an old mother today for you? Anyway, I think it was because of the event that took place with Sister Geeta and I today, and just seeing how my role of a mother continues to increase day by day. But know that everybody here really, really, really values and appreciates you, for not because you tune in every night, but that we know you're trying, that you're really trying to put the best foot forward for you, because deep within yourself you know you're more powerful than you can ever imagine, and you want to use that power for service to make the world a better place. So we know you've got it. And we're going to do it together. We're going to make it happen. It's going to be fine. All right, so don't forget to go out and vote. Don't forget to have great conversations around voting. Don't start to criticize any of the presidential candidates or leaders. Waste of time. Stop that. Pull from their strengths. Talk about what are the strengths, what are the things that they've done good, and let's see how we can move this country and move our lives forward. Thank you on behalf of all of us here. Happy snoring away. I wanted her to come up and say hello, but she's out like a light. Maybe on Monday I'll be able to offer that to you. But thanks for everybody tonight. Lots of love, lots of pure feelings. Let me see who's on. Esmita, thank you for joining. Miriam, nice to have you. Louise, nice to have you. Praveen, Nagastri, Devyani, nice to have everybody. Mercedes, Om Shanti, buenas noches, mi amore. Mary, Kailash, Grace, Tom from the UK. Tom, nice to have you. Everybody loves your meditations, so thank you for lending those to us. Fatima, welcome. Nice to have you. Rally Show, Alika, nice to have you. Yesvi, Bryn, Grace, Abby. Abby, I saw your dance moves for the Zoom dance. I'm planning to join the Zoom dance today. I've been practicing. How's it go again? So Santosh has been laughing at me. The conch, the horn, and then da-da, da-da, like a shooter, da-da, 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 da-da. So I've got that down packed. Now I have the rest of the 2 minutes of the song to master, so I'm doing well on that. So I'm just telling you, hold on tight. Manakshi, nice to have you. I saw your moves as well. Dhiraj, both of you, it was nice that you're participating. Bartiben, Jennifer Scotland, Annette Henry, Vaisha, Indu, Shobha, oh, the beautiful divine family. So good to have all of you with us on our next normal. And all of you on Facebook, we're sending you lots of love. Definitely, we're happy. Mary, you are from Ireland, and you're bringing the beauty of Ireland with you. We love that. Verna, Om Shanti Vashti. I'm sure Mom's doing much better now, isn't she? Sohila, nice to have you. You're so welcome. Melissa, warm greetings to you as well. Wendy and everyone else. Wendy from Trinidad and Tobago. What's up, man? And Preeti, nice to have you. Glad that you can join us. Lots of blessing, lots of love, lots of power, lots of light. Let's just keep going. Stop the waste, allow the power. That should be our next slogan. All right. Have a great evening. Enjoy this other rendition of the national anthem offered by Kristen Hoffman for our Meditate the Vote initiative. And if you want more information on Meditate the Vote, just go to americameditating.org and scroll around till you find it. And have a nice conversation with the family today using the questions. Feel free to post them online and hashtag Meditate the Vote so I can read them. I do read them. Thanks, everyone. Have a lovely night. Om Shanti. Lots of love. Take care of yourselves. We love you very much. Good night.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly at the twilight's last gleaming
to the flag of the United States of America.
Broad stripes and bright stars through the
A huge cheer, then singing as the decision reaches the crowd out front.
You have no clue what the hell it feels like to be black in this country.
Watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets
Pope Francis was known for reaching out to marginalized communities.
So what do you think of a Muslim and a Jewish guy walking together?
I think it's great.
It's great?
I think we get along. It's great.
Oh, say does that star
Well, this is a perfect opportunity for you to try some active listening.
yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. This healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing day. This healing day. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. My wonderful friends. My wonderful friends. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. My wonderful friends. My wonderful friends. Thank you for my health, Spirit. Thank you for my health. Thank you for my health, Spirit. Thank you for my health. My radiant health. My radiant health. Thank you for my life, Spirit. Thank you for my life.